Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Alrighty, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy little Wednesday. It's been a little rainy here in South Florida today. Good.
We needed it. My lawn needed it, that's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. I always can tell by the canals by my house, and that water level is low. So
yeah, when I can jump over the canal, it's not good.
yeah. So yeah, we still haven't really fully gotten into the rainy season, but it looked a little rainy out there today. So we are getting there.
I love when I hear that thunder in that distance. I love me a rainy day.
It is peaceful. If you don't have to be out and about, like doing stuff where you're running from your car to buildings, it's nice to be home with the rain.
Hate driving in it, love watching it.
Okay. You just like being a spectator.
Also, I don't mind going in the rain either. Like, I like kind of going out in the yard, letting the rain hit me.
Yeah, it's nice when you're not having to go anywhere, though. If I'm hustling, I don't want to get wet.
Making love in the rain? Anybody?
No, but tell us more
I know,
about
right?
the adventures that you and Honey Face are having.
All right, I shouldn't have said
Or
that.
were you just tugging it?
No, see, it goes from sexy if you're doing it with somebody to now, all right, dude, put that thing away.
It's so creepy. If you're just standing in your backyard and it's raining and you're just jerking off.
You're like, oh, it's raining. Oh, it's time to go tug it outside.
Oh my gosh. Please, let's get a hold of that camera footage from your security camera.
That'd be something to see.
No, we don't want that.
Yeah.
You don't speak for me.
She does want it.
I do.
Well, I got some emails here. Danielle had said my husband and I are attending the KVJ live show on Saturday. Doing a little VIP. Very nice. They're going to be driving from Boca, self-parking. We're interested in having a few drinks prior to the event. And then, of course, the little meet and greet with you. What time do you suggest we arrive? Well, we are going to start welcoming the VIPs at 5:15. You guys are going to hang with us for 30 minutes before the show that starts at 6. So 5:15 to 5:45, we're all going to hang out a little bit. So definitely be there for 5:15. And then the good thing, if you've never been there, you have a really nice bar that is there in the lobby. As soon as you walk in the first two doors, very easy to find, great place to hang out.
Great light bites there as well.
Yeah.
The menu in the lobby bar is spectacular. And the cocktails, of course. All the bars, including the ones there in the lobby and the ones that are going to be set up in the ballroom and in the hallway outside the ballroom. All those bars will serve our signature cocktails. So you can get those, or you can just get whatever regular cocktail, beer, wine, whatever you like.
Yeah. So that'll be set up. You have a bar out by the pool, which you can go all the way out there, depending upon what the weather's like. And if you want to
Sure.
brave the humidity to do that, you've also got a bar inside. You go right in. Honeybell has one downstairs.
Yep.
It's a nice, quiet little bar that you can go hang out. The Butcher's Club also has a bar. If you go and kind of go right to the right, you got a bar there too. So that's a good thing, is you've got plenty of bars at PJ National.
If you can't find a drink, it's on you.
That's true.
We have set this up and we have told them that it is so important to have ready access to cocktails because that's real high on the KVJ priority list.
So we'll be doing that for you. So can't wait to see you guys out there. And so anybody else, yeah, you can kind of do that. You'll be able to get your cocktails wherever you want. Doors, I think, are opening up. If the event's at 6. When are they cracking those open? Like 5:45, something like that?
That's what they said, yeah.
Okay.
Doors, where we're going, we don't need no doors.
We actually do need
No,
doors.
we actually do need doors.
'Cause we don't want nobody bum rushing.
No, you're right.
I got an email here from Seth and Adrian. She said, my wife and I up in Connecticut still listen every day. We moved a couple years ago. Enough gushing, got to get real. Y'all have to take the China export stickers off all the mics. They have been bothering me ever since you moved into the beautiful new studio. Make it look like the show is sponsoring CE.
Chinese microphones.
Yeah, I don't even know what China export was. It took me a second, but I did look. If you're confused, I took the sticker off my mic just for you. So that is the sticker. It says CE. So Seth and Adrian, there you go. One less thing to kind of drive you a little crazy.
Okay, I didn't even realize that.
I guess my next question is, what the fuck are they talking about?
You don't have one.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Yours is off.
Could have just been mine. So.
Yeah. Somebody just didn't see it. They forgot to take it off. We're sorry.
No more CE for me. So there you go.
Wow.
We're CE free.
Got an eagle eye.
Yeah, we do.
Mm-hmm. No, that's right.
Don't make no wrong moves over there, Ralston.
Oh, I know.
They got an eye on you.
Oh, I get it. That's why I'm always like, okay, did I get all this right? Because people going to call you out on it.
I like that people are keeping you in check over there.
I know.
We had like 3 people constantly emailing us because Kevin had those balloons over his shoulder for like 3 weeks. We never removed them from our old studio.
When it was his birthday.
Yeah, people were so mad about these balloons.
Take down the balloons.
Like,
It's your
seriously,
birthday.
3 fucking weeks with these balloons, guys.
Yeah.
We liked them. They were colorful and pretty.
Got a couple good emails here about things for Denny's to do with his toddler, just over 2, Lachlan. One is this email we got from Anastasia. And she said, my parents live in Toronto. When my kids were little, I used to fly with them all the time. She would put together like a fishing tackle box and then would have a lot of things for them to do. One was a plastic bead organizer. I could see that. The only thing is, are you going to get plastic beads all over the plane? I don't know. That could be something. But
that could be messy.
The thing about doing that is, she said, the kids, after about 10 to 15 minutes max, they kind of grow tired of that activity and they want to move on to something else. So keep that in mind, that you might need to have stuff. She's got reusable stickers on here. That seems to be a lot of what she's got. Water painting. I don't know how messy that's going to get, but that's part of her recommendation.
If you do it on a bed with a white comforter, it might get a little messy. Water painting.
Where's that bed in the plane? That'd be nice.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I think, too, I flew a lot this past week. And on Delta, they've upgraded their screens and their in-flight experience. Okay. So if you're flying, and you can check ahead of time if your plane has the in-flight entertainment with the screens. Rocco was very entertained with that because there's games, there's movies, there's cartoons, there's live shows, there's cartoon, like so many things. If you have one of those little screens, it kept my Rocco busy, and you know how digitally advanced he is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's nice that they provide something like that. She did also comment on people's advice on giving them Benadryl. She said, keep in mind, it can have a different effect on some kids. If you never gave it to your child, you don't know how it's going to affect them. Some kids get actually super hyper on it.
That is true.
Benadryl does not jive with my body, man. Half of it goes into a coma. The other half wants to run a marathon. It's a bizarre place to be mentally.
Yeah, so if you have your kid on the plane and he wants to run a marathon, that's going to be a problem.
But they're also drugged out from the Benadryl, because it does it. You feel all woozy and you're really tired, but you can't, but you want to run. It's bizarre.
You don't want the flight crew to have to put your kid in zip ties.
Yeah, she said my son was 1.5, gave it to him right before bed, and he wound up jumping on the bed for hours. Okay. She said getting a toddler tired before the flight is good, but make sure he's not overtired, because when they are, they have meltdowns. But kind of wear them out so they're a little bit sleepy, but not completely spent.
That's tricky.
Yeah, it is. So that's where you want to get them.
Just running around the field for about 40 minutes.
Some airports now too have whole little play areas, and that's pretty cool. If they've got like a little climbing jungle gym in the airport.
Oh, I'll take a plane ticket and some strep throat, please. I mean, that sounds like the grossest place on planet Earth. The airport kids section. Oh my gosh.
PBI is building a sensory room. They're building a whole place. So if you're traveling with kids that have autism or something like that, you can go to the sensory room ahead of time and like desensitize, have peaceful moments. I could use a little sensory room.
Okay.
I just know anytime I go into a place where I always get sick around kids. Every time I walk into an arcade, I leave with some kind of a fucking bacteria. I love kids, don't get me wrong. I just hate strep throat.
Gina, who is often traveling from PBI to La Jolla, or for you gringos, La Jolla. She said, my feral toddler boys over the last 5 years have definitely got me prepared. She's got everything from writing tablets, sticker books, watercoloring books. Those are some of the ones she does. But she also takes compression bags. She said that way you can keep everybody's clothes separate, and then you have a dirty clothes bag for the way home. And the car seat travel bags for the airplane. If you're bringing the car seat, get this. You can also put shoes, extra diapers, wipes, and stuff like that in there.
Oh, that's a good tip. Throw all the diapers in the travel bag with the car seat and seal it up so it doesn't get all dirty. Because they do. They throw those things around, and then it's rubbing all over people's luggage. And maybe you don't want your interior of your car seat rubbing on other people's luggage.
And we had a mom send us an email this week. She was concerned because her kid's all into chemistry, which she's excited about, but he is now taking all of the supplies and everything else in the house and trying to mix them together to see what happens. And she was just like, what do I need to lock up? I got the basic cleaning supplies now under lock and key, but you never know some of this stuff. And Doug had said, I heard you talking about some of the new trends going on where they're mixing household chemicals on TikTok. Well, Virginia was right. That is dangerous. If one mixes chlorine, such as Clorox, with ammonia, which is in many cleaning products, one gets mustard gas, a very potent poison, which the Germans used in World War I.
Oh, my gosh.
It's very deadly. It's also yellow. That's how it got its name.
Oh.
So you don't want to play with that. So, that's it. It gets cries in there. And John, breaking down Love Island, which guess a very popular show. Sports bar in the Dolphin Mall. They had every TV on it, which just seems to me like a cardinal sin in a sports bar. But I guess it was Monday, and I don't know what else you're watching on Monday. I don't think that's the NBA Finals. No, they had that Tuesday. Oh, when did they have that? When the hell did they win that thing? I'm losing track of time.
He's losing his mind.
I'm losing track of time. Yeah. Anyway, he said Love Island can be seen on Peacock. Couples have formed relationships for the last 2 weeks, and now they move them into a different house with 5 different boys and 5 different girls. They want to see if they start a new relationship or they stay true to the old one when they merge together in a week. How diabolical.
I was on the Love Island train when probably back in 2020, 2021. And the announcer that does the announcing, I don't know if he's still the guy that does it, made the show. And they'll have people brought in. There's always a new set of hotties coming in to try to stir the stirrings, if you shall.
Hottie to stir the potty?
Yeah. Something like that. Love is tested. Hearts are broken.
He said hard choices have to be made. Lots of tears and drama. And Nick from West Palm Beach got voted off, but may come back when they merge everyone together.
The merge, Virginia.
I can't believe Nick is gone. We just got to know him.
I know.
All those shows can always bring people back with whatever kind of rule they want to write. Big Brother is notorious for that, making up these weird fucking rules.
As they go.
Exactly.
Yeah. There was one story today, and I hope it's true, and good for him. Have you seen anything about that Timothy Chalamet?
Yeah. What about him?
I've seen some of the reports on him. He seems like a really down-to-earth, likable dude. He loves sports. He grew up in New York City, just, kind of a regular old kid. I think his parents might have been something in showbiz or whatever, or at least had an interest in it. And, he's now out there. And I watch him, and look, I get it. He's dating Kylie Jenner, one of them. She's under the Kardashian umbrella. I get it. She's gorgeous, all that kind of good stuff. But I always notice he'll be at a place like a big tennis tournament or something that he's really into. And she's just there to get attention.
What?
And he's so absorbed, and I get it. He's so absorbed into the sport. He loves sports. Another thing I like about the dude, I'm like, yes, he's a big Knicks fan, all that kind of stuff, loves all sports. And he's sitting there trying to watch it, and she's trying to grab his face, be like, oh, the camera's off, kiss me. And I'm just like, leave the fucker alone. Get off him. Let him watch his damn sports. Not even has to be about you guys getting shares and clicks and likes. And I saw this story, and I hope it's true. They're saying that he will not go over to the Kardashian house and tries to stay with them because he knows they are just trying to use him. You think of all the people they've had, from Kanye to anybody they've all dated. It's just all. And I started thinking about it, like going, yes. All they are is they've bellied themselves up against other celebrities and in turn have made themselves celebrities by doing that. Because keep in mind, Kim Kardashian, she was what? An assistant to Paris Hilton. That's how it all began. Then she screwed a celebrity and then the tape got out there. But that's been their whole life and claim to fame. It's just find a celebrity and get as close to them and work off of their fame.
It's called transactional relationships.
Yes.
I'm shocked that somebody out of that camp was trying to get attention, Kevin.
Yeah. And now, Mindy said the Kardashians don't need Timothy. They don't now, but I hope he doesn't play into it. Don't be a part of that damn show. Because they need to. That's what they do. They get one guy gone, and then they got to bring some new celebrity in that they can all kind of glom around that everybody keeps talking about them.
I wouldn't say
that's the jet in their, that's the fuel in their jet. And if he doesn't give them the fuel, what's going to happen to them? Can they carry it on their own?
They don't need old Timothy, but let's just say they would love to have Timothy on. He's a movie star. He gives them credibility. They'll get access to other people. They need him more than you think they need him.
He's a get. He's a mainstream get.
I would say that they need him more than he needs them.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And he's withholding, and he doesn't want to, because it would give him a bad look in his real legit celebrity circle.
Exactly. So
actors.
I just hope we never see him there. I hope he stays away. That would be amazing.
If he's staying away now, in the beginning, he's strong. That's good.
Yep.
Because that's when the relationship is the best and you can be the most manipulated. So if he's unmanipulatable in the beginning, they ain't going to get him.
Done by December.
What do you mean?
They'll be done by December.
Who will be done?
The Jenner and Timothy Chalamet.
The relationship will be done.
They'll be done by December.
Yeah.
Kylie and Timothée.
I'm sorry, Kylie.
Yeah. How many of their exes
live in Texas?
are still doing well today?
Look,
Kanye's a fucking mess.
Kanye's a mess. Lamar Odom was always a mess.
Yeah, they're a curse.
Yeah. Where's Chris Humphries?
There's sport guys they've been with. Their careers have shit the bed after.
Yeah. I know. They destroy people. Stay away, Timothy.
Ray J's doing okay.
Thing on TV here, Jaybird, if you haven't seen any of the stories online yet, there's a legitimate talk happening at Netflix to bring back the show Mindhunter. Nothing solid, but there is a possibility. Do you know that show?
I've talked about it here a couple times now. It's the one where they start off every episode with the BTK.
Okay.
And then you're like, who is this weird guy? What's this going on? I go, oh, shit. It's a little just snippet of the BTK, but they're telling a story through just this 2.5-minute intro. That's the only time you ever see them.
BTK frightens me on a whole different level.
I will say, out of all the serial killers, the new information keeps coming out because it's such a cash cow, all the serial killer shit. And I watched stuff on the BTK that I did not know about, and it kind of rattled me. And it was during the time period where he wasn't killing. And it scared the shit out of me. He'd go out in the woods and he would collect the victim's clothing. And he had this horrifying clown-looking mask. He'd go out in the woods and he would rig a camera to where he could grab it with his foot and take a picture somehow he would do that, and he'd make Polaroids of him acting like dead people in the positions that he killed his victims and lay in their clothes with this mask on out in the middle of the woods.
Whoa.
It scared the crud out of me.
That is the stuff of movies.
And I didn't know any of that. I knew your ABCs of the BTK.
ABCs of the BTK.
Yeah, but they got into deep details. I was like, that is horrifying.
Yeah, he was next level crazy, Kevin. And just the brutality of when he got his victims, of what he did to them before he ended up killing them. It was a disgusting and horrifying journey for those victims.
I'm not sure what type of serial killer creeps me out more. The one that stalks and does all the intel and really becomes obsessed with the target, or the one that just goes crazy and just enters a house out of the blue. They're both horrifying.
He enjoyed the part of the torture. BTK stands for bind, torture, kill. And he really enjoyed the binding and torturing part.
I always thought when people call him the BTK murderer, that was kind of redundant.
It is.
Kill, murder.
They don't get it.
No.
Yeah. Somebody didn't truly study the art like Jaybird has.
Virginia sounds pretty knowledgeable, too.
I know too much about the BTK. I wish I didn't know the things that the BTK did.
All that murder stuff's become mainstream now. I used to be the only psycho in the room. Oh, yeah, so I can give you all the stats. Now everyone knows these stats. I mean, people are going, yeah, no shit, Virginia, BTK. We know what it stands for.
Well, I was saying it for Kevin.
He knew. Kevin knows.
I'm not that unplugged of it. But, yeah, it's these true crime podcasts. Yeah, they're big. People love it.
Huge. They're a big part of their audience is women.
Yeah, it is. It's an interesting anomaly that you may not have initially expected, but yeah, it is. It drives. It's one of the hugest podcast genres out there.
I credit it for keeping my head on a swivel, because now I just assume that everybody in the parking lot wants to murder me.
See, I think it's made you paranoid as shit.
I like being paranoid as shit, and I've also raised a daughter who I've made her paranoid as shit. Don't be on your phone. Don't be looking down. You keep your head on a swivel and you watch what's going on around you, because you never know when the BTK is lurking.
And all that is great to know, but you can't live your whole life that way, because still, if you look at the stats,
spoken like a man, I have to live my life like that.
Okay, it's not trying to do a gender war.
Well,
Here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to not make everyone have fucking night terrors tonight, because Virginia's saying everyone's a murderer.
You have penis privilege. They're not coming for you.
Head on a swivel, Kev.
The BTK is coming for me.
Head on a swivel. Oh no, you are too annoying for the BTK to murder. You talk. You don't know what he's like. Yo, he's like, fuck, I'm out. No, you get to live.
Jeremy just got back from his trip to Oregon. He was the one that had emailed us before he went, and we were talking about that hotel where he was going to go. Remember, it was that call girl that I guess had been thrown down an elevator shaft that supposedly haunts the place?
Yes.
And we were in the old studio, and I'd read the email from him and told a bit of the story. In Portland, he was going to go stay. He said it was perfect. Sunday, I stayed around Portland. I did the Saturday market and the haunted tunnels, which was amazing. They told us to take pictures and then review the pictures after. And this was caught on somebody's camera. You can see there was an image that was standing in the corner.
Whoa.
It looks like a human. You can see the face. You can see the glowing eyes that came out.
Whoa.
Pretty impressive. Yeah. Saturday, I did the Seattle Space Needle in Pike's Fish Market, where I had the best oyster po' boy.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Then I went to the dispensaries, got some pre-rolls with 25% THC. I booked a hotel in Seattle. Then Monday, drove up to Vancouver, walked along the bay where the cruise ships come in, and then I had a bite to eat. I went to another dispensary.
Were you just high AF the whole time? Because that sounds like a fun trip.
Then I stopped at another restaurant because I got the munchies for the second time.
Yeah.
I ate my weight in pizza.
He says Jason and Josh would have loved it. You can just walk outside, smoke your joint, and walk anywhere in Vancouver. No smoke zones. People did not care. Even the cops asked me how my day was going on as I'm just smoking along. Best trip I've had in a long time. And it was only $700 for 4 nights, hotel, round trip, car, Virginia. I had the best oysters ever.
Wow.
They're so plump.
$700 for all that? You did a great job.
Said I had my first French 75, the fucking greatest drink ever invented. Thank you for putting me onto that.
French 75 is where it's at. Don't come in there and not be ready to party, because you drink 2 of them and you're going to be dancing.
Sounds like a sex move, like a 69 with maybe like 6 fingers involved.
Bend over. I'm going to show you the French 75, Jay Bird.
Oh, oui.
And I believe that's some of the food that he had there. Show it to you.
Ooh.
Po'
That looks
boy and the oysters.
lovely.
We like food pictures.
Except for the ketchup. I don't agree with that, but everything else is great.
I mean, I shut up, Bird.
And Jacqueline said, I'm just saying this email to let Jay Bird know he's not crazy. He was brought up on the buffet at Birdine's.
Thank you.
And nobody knew what he's talking about when he did, but I vividly remember going to Birdine's restaurants as a kid. It was located in the old Palm Beach Mall, and the food was incredible. Does Jaybird remember the chips that tasted like garlic bread? And am I crazy, or was there always a lot of large area rugs near the entrance of the restaurant?
You're not crazy, and I believe that garlic bread thing you're talking about, it was quite hard, like one of those hard pretzel thingies you see in a bag. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about.
It's a hard garlic bread, miniature style, and I do remember, and I do love.
A crostini, if you will.
Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Crostini.
Is that Italian?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's a
Crostini.
Gosh, I'm a shitty Italian. Never even heard of that.
Never?
No, many. Mm-hmm. Everyone's looking at us in the window, by the way.
Caged animals.
Dance, monkey.
We have a meeting we have to go to.
We have a big party we have to host. Today is the grand opening of the studio to the public. There's going to be a fancy ribbon cutting. That guy you're just waving at is like a fancy guy from the Chamber of Commerce.
The guy on the right there, I played baseball with him.
No way.
Yeah, it's Noel.
He's very important.
Yeah.
With, like the Chamber.
That's he played first base over me at Broward. He's a great baseball player.
Show him now. He's watching you do your thing. He's on the bench.
He's aging great.
Yeah, Noel's awesome. I love that guy.
He's a good-looking man.
He's a good-looking man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, take it easy.
All right.
Can we hose her down, please?
Get her some cold MALK.
Get her some cold.
I told you I was early. I was an early adapter of the mispronunciation of milk.
Yeah.
I love chocolate milk.
MALK.
And then I like to go to sleep on my pillow.
It's actually a brand. Okay. Oat
Been
MALK.
telling you.
And Hector, interesting thought here, said, I am 100% sure that I would take a bullet for my wife.
Aw.
That's sweet.
That is so nice.
He said, but I'm also 100% sure that it would be my wife's fault that we're getting shot at in the first place.
She's holding the gun.
God bless
As long
him.
as she's not holding the gun, you're okay.
Right. Know that move. And nice email from Jesse in Marietta, Georgia. She loves listening to the show. She's been doing caregiving for her parents after a traumatic motorcycle accident.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So we know how challenging that can be.
Oh, my gosh.
So glad that you can plug into the show and, get away a little bit.
Prayers for you and your family, girl.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So we do appreciate you listening no matter where you might be, Jesse. So thank you very much. And Matt D from the Pizzle with a song recommendation, or a group, I guess. It is Sleep Token. He said, have you heard of them? What are your thoughts? They defy description, but the best attempt I found was by All Music, who wrote that they combined post-rock, post-classical, and post-metal tropes with soulful indie pop vocals into a blend that sounds like nothing else. They just dropped their 4th studio album, and they had a song pop into the Billboard Hot 100, and they sold out an 18-city headlining tour. If you hadn't heard them, I'd recommend the song The Summoning. It's a good summary of what they're about.
Nice.
They're an all-time favorite, yes. I would liken it, I'd say they're hard rock.
Okay.
Yeah, if I had to boil all that down, I listened to The Summoning, and yeah, it's, very solid if you like that genre. But if you are, when you hear hard rock, you're like, eee, I don't know that you'd be like, yeah, I really love this.
It's a little much.
Kind of makes you want to kick some ass.
Does.
Get a tat.
I almost ran to the gym. Be like, I'll be back. I'll be back. I need to go bench for a while. Yeah, we'll see you then. All right. Well, we got a lot of people that would like our attention, so we're going to have to go give them that.
The owner of the company is here in the hall. I mean, that's very important.
That's how you know you got to go.
Yes.
Get your little show together and go save face.
That's right. All right. Well, y'all have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.